Hi guys, it's Chrissie and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build for my Rebuild Willow Creek project for the Sims 4 save file that I'm working on. So this home is going to be a huge colonial, I don't want to say mansion, but it's a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house, so it's not technically, I don't think it's not technically a mansion, but it's a really big home. So yeah, this house is for the Spencer Kim Lewis family that live in Willow Creek. So if you guys aren't familiar with The Sims 4, the Spencer Kim Lewis family, that's really a mouthful, but basically they're one of the base game townie families that come with The Sims 4, and they used to live, obviously they used to live on this lot, so I didn't move them at all. But they used to live in this really horrendous, really horrendously awful, like modern monstrosity of a house. And I'm sorry to whoever built that house on the Sims 4 team, but really that was something, and not in a good way. So yeah, that house really had to go. I knew there was no way that I was going to be able to renovate that house and have it look just acceptable for me anyway. I don't think there's any way to really renovate that house and have it look okay without just bulldozing it. So I just decided to bulldoze it, especially since I want obviously the different areas in the different worlds, like the neighborhoods within the worlds. I want them all to have their own like theme overall for all of the houses in that specific area. So for Willow Creek, I've decided to go for a very like a New Orleans kind of vibe. I don't know if it's New Orleans kind of, but whatever. If you guys have missed my community lot builds that I've done for Willow Creek, that was kind of where the New Orleans kind of feel came from, I guess. Not really New Orleans, but I'm not really an expert on architectural styles, so yeah, if I ever say something that's like completely wrong, definitely let me know in the comments. But it reminded me of New Orleans anyway. Willow Creek as a whole reminds me of New Orleans, even though I've never been there. I've looked at a ton of pictures and stuff about from New Orleans, and I've watched movies and stuff set there and everything like that. But yeah, I just love the feel of the the city as as a whole, I guess, and the history of it and the architectural styles and everything that they have there. So yeah, Willow Creek definitely reminds me of that area of the United States. And for to go with that a little bit, I decided to go for two different kind of styles for Willow Creek. So two of the areas in Willow Creek are going to be very like suburban, I guess, more newer homes, like not new as in modern, but just newly built, so newly built suburban homes. And then two of the areas in Willow Creek, the two like more expensive, I guess you could say, like upper class neighborhoods, I guess, like where the Goth family lives, that area, and then this area where the Spencer Kim Lewis family lives. So yeah, these two areas will have this very like colonial style to them. I will build all of the homes for these two areas in this colonial style, just to make it look a bit more cohesive, so that there isn't like a bunch of random builds like everywhere in the world, so that it does look like its own separate, I don't know, thing, since I want all of the worlds to have different themes to them. So like for instance, Oasis Springs is going to be more mid-century / modern kind of, and then Spanish / Mediterranean homes. So I will split the worlds into like maybe two neighborhoods that's like Spanish style, and then two of them that's more mid-century styled, in architecture. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to do for Willow Creek as well. Only for Willow Creek we're going to go with colonial and suburban. So yeah, since I wanted this area to be obviously the big homes, the mansions, the like old money kind of homes, obviously I thought, what better style to do these in than in a colonial style. So yeah, this is for the Spencer Kim Lewis family, and yeah, I figured that this would probably be a family home. So I like I said, I completely bulldozed the horrible modern thing that was here, and I built this really old, very traditional home for them. It's very traditional inside as well, so it's very traditionally furnished. It's very like grand, and it's not, I don't want to say it's cold or anything like that, but it is very, very traditional. It's very like, put together. Like a designer came in and made sure that all of the rooms would kind of match. It's not like, oh, we've gathered like a bunch of random furniture over the years, and this room has a yellow color scheme, and this one has a blue color scheme, and this one is purple or whatever. It's very much like matchy through all of the house. Even the bedrooms have a lot of the same colors in them, so I did use a lot of white, a lot of like grayish black colors, so the whole house has a very cool kind of color scheme. It's not like warm and cozy looking. It's very much like fancy and put together, planned out, the interior style. But yeah, I thought this would be a family home, and I thought it might have been Vivian's, so Eric's mom, Vivian Lewis. I thought this would have been her home, like her family home. She grew up in it. Her family have owned it for generations. I think maybe like 2 or 3 different generations have owned this house and everything like that. But since Eric got married, and since he was her only son, she obviously gave him the house. She still lives here and everything, but when he got married to Alice, she decided to give up the master bedroom, give the master bedroom to him, and then she could move into one of the guest rooms. So this house does have 4 bedrooms, obviously. One of them is the master bedroom. The other one is for the little girl. What's her name again? Olivia. Yeah, Olivia. So the other one is for the little girl, Olivia. And then there's 2, like, I don't know, like guest bedrooms, I guess you could say, although we actually have Sims living in them right now. Normally I figured they would act as guest bedrooms, but since Vivian and Alice's mom, what's Alice's mom's dad's name again? Oh my word, I can't remember her dad's name. So yeah, yikes. But whatever, Alice's mom also lived, not mom, dad. Wow, I'm really getting this family confused. But basically, Alice's dad lives with them as well, so he has one of the guest bedrooms, the smaller one, and then Vivian has the larger guest bedroom. So yeah, that's basically how the bedrooms worked out. And you guys will notice that I did just give them some pet bowls, and I also add some like cat trees and stuff to the second floor. So I figured that this family would have a cat or 2. I will give them a cat or maybe like 2 cats when I, give them makeovers for my save file, but I'll do that off camera. But yeah, they will have, 1 or 2 cats. I haven't decided just yet, but they'll probably have 1 or 2 cats. And yeah, I figured that would be like the whole family dynamic, I guess. Obviously, the house is very much in Vivian's style, since I figured that even though she isn't like the, I don't know, not like the head of the household anymore, but she's the like mom. She's the one that makes, all of the big decisions when it comes to the house. She's like that mother-in-law. I don't think she would allow Alice to come in and change a lot of the furniture and add a bunch of color and everything like that, since Alice's personality, if you look at the clothes that she wears and the type of sim that she is and her traits and everything, she's definitely not someone that I would picture living in a house like this. I would definitely picture her living in a more modern house with lots of bright colors and lots of like open space and, very minimalistic, and then also kind of boho at the same time. But obviously they've moved into Vivian's home, and Vivian is very traditional. She's very organized. Everything has its place, and everything has to fit like a certain style and everything like that. So even though Alice is married to her son, she wouldn't allow Alice to change the house and change the decorations and stuff like that. So yeah, even the master bedroom is very much like Vivian's style, which is kind of weird. But I pictured in my head that Eric would be kind of a mama's boy. He would definitely be one to, you know, you would think that, you know, just give my mom what she wants, you know. She is, you know, I can't argue with her. She's my mom. I can't say no to her. So, you know, just do everything the way she wants. You know, hopefully she won't be here forever, if you know what I mean. But yeah, he wouldn't be one to stand up to his mom. So when, you know, they took over the master bedroom, they didn't like repaint the walls or anything like that. They just got some new furniture, but still like keeping with the overall theme of the house. It's just new furniture. But yeah, so that's the idea that I had for this family. And I know it's a little bit like, I don't know, like stereotypical, like, you know, mother-in-law, I guess, like, you know what I mean, where, you know, everything has to be that way, the way the mother-in-law wants it, and you can't do anything else. But yeah, so that's the idea I had in mind for the family anyway. And then you guys will see that the little girl's room, Olivia's room, is incredibly pink. Again, I don't think that was exactly her choice. I think when they moved in here, Vivian thought, oh, so Olivia is a girl, so she will like pink. She will be like the stereotypical granddaughter with, you know, all of the Barbies and pink and, you know, all of that stuff everywhere. Even though Olivia is very creative, she definitely takes after her mom. In that way, she's very creative. She loves painting, loves drawing. I figured that she would also love being outside a lot. I can definitely see her being very outdoorsy as well. So the whole pink and pretty Barbie kind of room probably isn't her like style exactly. But you know, again, you don't want to mess with grandma. You don't want to make grandma upset. So, you know, just keep it that way for now. Until they can change it. But yeah, so that's the whole idea I had for this family. As you guys can see, the house has a very formal living room, even though we have that little breakfast area in the kitchen. That would be like the formal, like having guests over living room with the bar and everything. And then even this living room is very formal. It's not like super homey or anything, even though it has the TV, so they would watch TV in here, but it's very formal. It's very like almost stiff, I guess, like, you know what I mean, like stiff. But yeah, it's still, I don't know, for some reason I really love the way this house turned out. It's not the way I would have my house ever, but I don't know, it's just something that I don't normally do. I normally do a lot more like family homes and warm and inviting, but this one is just totally opposite from what I normally do, so I really enjoyed doing this. And you guys will notice that I should have probably mentioned this like at the beginning of the video, but I did have to cut out quite a bit of footage from this build since it took me almost 4 hours to build this whole thing, and the video was going to be like 30 minutes long. Just like the speed build portion of it was going to be like 30 minutes long if I didn't cut anything out. So I had to cut some stuff out. I had to cut out me doing the like downstairs landing entrance area, but I show everything in the video tour. I know I mentioned this probably in every video, but I do video tours for most of my builds unless they're like smaller or like not all that interesting. Sometimes I'll still do like screenshots for them, or like apartment builds, but for big builds like this one I will definitely always do video tours, and in that I show you guys everything. So in the video tour for this build I do show you all of the rooms that I cut out. I had to cut out all 3 of the bathrooms, but I show all 3 of them in the tour. I had to cut out me doing obviously the entryway downstairs, like the foyer area and the hallway area, but I show that too. And then upstairs, the landing area, like the upstairs landing, I had to cut that out as well, but I do show that in the video tour as well. So yeah, you guys can see everything that I have cut out of this build, so it's not like you're going to be missing anything. I normally always try and cut out bits that are boring, like bathrooms. I mean, all of my bathrooms, if, you know, I go for one theme for one bathroom in a house, all of the other bathrooms in the house will look the same 99% of the time. They will probably, you know, have the exact same stuff in them. So yeah, I always show you guys at least one bathroom in a tour or in screenshots or something like that, even though I don't always show them in like the video. And the layout as well, I had to cut that out, and doing like the floor plan and the like picking the wallpapers and flooring and stuff, but that's things that you guys can see as we go through and furnish the rooms anyway, so it's not like you're really missing anything. But yeah, I always try and remember to keep in the more important parts of the build, like the exterior. I normally don't like cutting out bits of the exterior of me doing that, so yeah, I do usually keep that in, and the bedrooms and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just rambled about a bunch of random stuff, so yeah, I don't know why I've been going on like that. I'm not used to doing like 22-minute voiceovers anymore, which sounds like not that long. It doesn't sound like that, long of a time to talk for, but if you've never done voiceovers, you probably won't know this, but talking for 22 minutes straight is not easy, like at all. Like, it's really not easy, and it's definitely something that you have to stay in practice with. It's something that you practice and you get better at as you do it, and then when you don't do it for a while, you get out of practice really easily. And I think that has happened to me, since I haven't recorded a voiceover in like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 days. I have been quite quiet on social media as well. By the time you guys are seeing this, I might be back. Not back, but I might be a bit more active. But from last week, around like Wednesday, Thursday, I think, I've been a bit quiet on social media, just to take a bit of time for me to kind of recharge and do some things that weren't channel related, weren't Sims related. I've started rewatching all of the what am I talking about? Not even going to cut that out. But I've started rewatching all of Madam Secretary, the TV series, and then also all of Scandal. But yeah, Scandal, if you want to check it out, I don't think it's on Netflix. It might be, but yeah, it's definitely not family friendly. So if you're under like the age of maybe like 16, don't watch it. Madam Secretary is definitely more family friendly than Scandal is, but I love both of them, and I've been rewatching them from the beginning, and it's been awesome. So I've been doing that like non-stop. And also, on a bit more of a like personal note, my dad had a stroke, like a mini stroke, on Saturday. Yeah, it happened on Saturday while he was at work. He works in construction, and actually on the site he had a mini stroke, and he had to go. He came home, they took him to a doctor, and then he came home, and that like late afternoon on Saturday, he just had to go to the hospital for some tests and to pick up some medication and stuff, and they actually ended up keeping him overnight. He is actually, as I'm recording this on Monday evening, and he's actually still there. They've been keeping him for like the past 2 days. He should be coming home tomorrow. By the time you guys are seeing this, he probably should be home already. But yeah, he's been there for like the past 2 or 3 days, and yeah, I'm just going to say it's been weird not having him in the house, and obviously it's been quite a bit to handle, If your dad has a stroke, it's not like something you take lightly. So yeah, that has been like bringing me down quite a bit, so that's why I haven't been as active on social media and everything. But yeah, hopefully by the time this video goes out, everything should be back to normal, and I'll be all active and everything again. But yeah, I just thought I should let you guys know. I don't normally talk about personal life stuff all that much, but I did mention this over on Twitter, and I know not all of you guys follow me on Twitter, so I thought I would just update you guys on here as well. And since this voiceover is super long, I figured why not. But yeah, if you do want to follow me over on Twitter or on Instagram or Facebook, I do have a Facebook where I post. All of those links, all of my social media links are always in the description if you guys want to check any of those things out. So like gallery IDs and social media links to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, all of those things are in the description of all of my videos. And this build is already up on the gallery. I forgot to mention this like completely, but it is completely custom content free, so you don't have to have any custom content to download this build. It isn't a restricted packs build, so I did use like a lot of the packs, probably all of them. But yeah, it is up on the gallery. I will leave a link down below to the gallery website, the online gallery website, if you want to download it from there. Otherwise, you can just find it on my gallery by searching hashtag Rebuild Willow Creek, hashtag ChrissieYT, or by going to my gallery ID, which is ChrissieYT. But all of the download information and stuff is in the description of all of my videos, if you guys are ever wondering how you can, you know, find my builds or my sims or stuff like that. And I also have in the description, link down below, if you guys want to check it out, I have a Patreon page that you can join. The link for that is, as I said, always in my video descriptions. It's something that I only recently started, and I would love it if you guys could check it out. Maybe, you know, if you can't become a pledge, maybe just give me some feedback or something like that if you do end up checking it out and letting me know what your thoughts are and stuff. But basically, you can pledge a certain amount a month. You know, there are different tiers set up that will give you different rewards. So for every different tier that I have on there, there are different rewards that you guys can get for becoming one of my patrons. And some of the rewards are things like patron-only videos, access to our Discord server, you know, patron-only live streams. I know I've been slacking on live streams recently, but with everything that has been going on, I just haven't had the time to do it, but I'm going to be getting back into it really soon. So then we'll have patron-only live streams. You can, you know, get your name in at the end of every one of my videos if you pledge to that tier, and a bunch of other fun, you know, rewards and things that I think you guys might like. So yeah, definitely go and check it out and let me know what your thoughts are on it and everything like that. But as I said, it's always in the description down below. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave this video off right here, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys like how this build turned out. If you have any build suggestions for build challenges, specifically like challenges for builds or creator sims, leave those down below as well. And yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a like. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and sticking around, and remember to turn on the notification bell as well, so that you will be notified of whenever I upload a new video. But yeah, I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing day, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye guys!